Everyone, I'm Khushi Gupta of BCA PPU Batch 1 and I'm here to give an explanation and an overview of our 4 days bootcamp of Django, and I will be explaining point by point what we did on day 1, day 2 and day 3, and day 4 is still in pending. So I will give an overview of what we did and what are the learnings we acquired in these 3 days of the bootcamp. So starting from the very first part till where we left, starting from the basics. So I have created a notepad of all those points we did on I have created a text file where I mentioned all those steps, and I will be going through all those steps step by step and explaining what we did in these 3 days. So coming to this notepad, the first thing we studied about SDLC. What does it mean? SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. For any software, if we are working upon a software, if we are in a team, we are in a company, we are planning to build a software, we have to go through these 5 stages, 5 phases of this SDLC and to build a complete software. The first is requirement gathering, where we gather all the customer requirements. What are the requirements of the customer? Second is planning. We will be planning what will be the agenda of how we will be creating the project. The third is development. The fourth is testing, and the fifth one is deployment, the final deployment to make it live on internet, accessible on internet. So in this bootcamp, the 4 days bootcamp, we are focusing on phase number 3. That is our phase number 3 over here. You can see is development. Within development, there are 3 fields: front end, back end, and deployment. We are focusing on back end plus deployment. The main motto of our bootcamp is back end plus deployment. So from development to deployment, developing the project using Django to deploying it on AWS is what we will be learning in this bootcamp. Now, I have already said the course objective, phase 3 of SDLC. Now, in this bootcamp, we will be dealing with Django framework, RDBMS, which is relational database model, then NoSQL, which is a database where there are no use of tables. Then we will be dealing with Git version system, Git control version system, then Docker, and then final deployment on AWS. On day 1, we learned basic things. So I have mentioned it step by step. First point, installing the prerequisites. Prerequisites means whatever we will require for our project. We are dealing with Django framework. It is a Python framework. So the base language we require is Python. So Python should be installed in the computers. In my computer, Python has been installed. Now we will install Django framework. Within Python, we will check for Python versions. We will check the Django version. For that, we will start from creating a folder. We will open the file explorer. Then say we will be creating a new folder in Drive D. I will create a new folder. Okay. Now I will be creating this folder with, say, name Bootcamp, enter. So our folder has been created. Now within this folder, we will migrate here, URL, path of the folder. So we will type CMD. I have typed CMD and I will open the command prompt. From here, we will do everything which we require to run the commands. So file explorer, I will minimize it. Now let's open this notepad and this command prompt side by side, okay? And this command prompt. Done. Day number 1, I said that we will be installing prerequisites, and our prerequisites, the first prerequisite was Python. Python has been installed. It's already installed in my computer. Secondly, we will be checking which version of Python has been installed. Let us check. How to check? Python ---- version. Python ---- version is the command, and you can see that we are installed with Python 3.8.5 has been installed in our computer. Now, we will be creating a virtual environment because it is a very good practice whenever we are dealing with Python based projects. So we need to create a virtual environment. It is a good practice for developers, and it is a suitable practice. So good practice to always create a virtual environment whenever dealing with Python projects. So to create a virtual environment, I need to give a command. What will be that command? It will be Python -mvenv env. I will just copy it from here and I will paste it over here. So Python is a keyword, -m is a keyword, venv is a keyword. This env is name of the virtual environment. You can give it any name. Rest 3 are the keywords. So I will press enter. Now our virtual environment is being created. It will take some time. So after creating this virtual environment, we will be activating this virtual environment. So we are done with the creation of the virtual environment. Now we will activate this virtual environment. I already mentioned what will be the command. I will copy it from here. I will paste it here. This will be for activating our virtual environment. Our virtual environment has been activated. You can see here in the square brackets env. This means that virtual environment has been activated. Now within this virtual environment, we will be installing Django framework. So pick install Django. It will be taking some time to install all the dependencies, all the packages of Django. And after the installation is done of the Django, we will be checking which version of Django has been installed. The same we did for Python. We checked the version of Python. Now we will be checking the version of Django. Okay. So Django has been successfully installed, and just ignore this warning because it is related to pip version. Now we have to do nothing with this warning. Now we will be checking the version of Django installed. I will copy the command here and I will paste it over here. This is the command for checking the version of Django minus admin version. So the version 4.2.23 has been installed. All right. Now the next step we did was project planning. Project planning means in our bootcamp, what will be the project we will be working on. So we decided to make a project on LMS, an LMS project. LMS basically means a learning management system for CIMAGE. For our college, we will be developing an LMS throughout this bootcamp. So what will be the main propaganda of this LMS? The persona will be students and teachers. This LMS will be used by the students and teachers, and features will be they can sign up, they can log in, they can upload the courses, they can enroll in the courses. Take a live example of software or apps like Coursera or Udemy, which are available on the web. So as such, we are designing for CIMAGE because where teachers can upload the courses, they can upload the assignments, they can upload the projects related to the courses, and students can enroll in those courses. They can perform the projects, they can perform the assignments, and then they will be rewarded. They will get the bonus, they will get the certificates. This is the main theme of our project. So this was all about project planning. So we decided to make an LMS, learning management system. Next step, we started how to create a project in Django. We installed Django. Now we will know the command how to create a project in Django. What will be the command? There is a simple command, Django. I will copy and paste and I will show. So the simple command is Django minus admin start project LMS. Django minus admin start project are all the keywords. It will remain the same. LMS, it's the project name. You can choose any name. We chose the name as LMS. I will click on enter. Project has been created. Where to see? Let me show you. I will go to the file explorer. You can see here env, our virtual environment folder, and this LMS we created just now. So within LMS, we have one file manage.py and one Python package. Why Python package? Because if we go inside LMS, you can see here init.py is a Python file, which makes it a Python package. And all the rest are the Python packages which will play a role in our project further. Now, the next is manage.py. Here will be all the managing part. We will run all the commands using this manage.py. So it will play a role in our project. So our project has been created. Now we have understood the project structure. When we created a project LMS, which was the outer directory, within LMS, we were having a Python package named LMS, which was the inner directory, and one manage.py file, Python file. We have understood the Python project structure. Next is to create an app. Within a project, we can create multiple apps. Now here we will be creating an app named courses. How to create? First of all, dir. You can see here is no folder, no file named manage.py. We want to reach manage.py. So we will change the directory from cd lms, and again we will perform dir. So as we did dir, you can see here manage.py is here. We needed this manage.py. Now we will run a command to create an app. Which app? The name of the app will be courses. Copy. Paste. So Python manage.py start app courses. Python manage.py start app. These three are the keywords, will remain the same for creating the app. Courses is the name of the app. It may vary. You can give any name. We have selected courses. Enter. App has been created. Where to check? Let us go to the file explorer. You can see within the LMS folder, there is an app courses. Courses has been created, and within courses we have multiple Python files. Migrations folder is very important. In the upcoming steps, we will see what will be the role of migrations, how our database models will be converted into real database tables using this migrations. It will play a very important role in the upcoming steps. So then we have the admin.py, apps.py, models.py, where we will create all our models. Models basically means tables. Then we have views.py, very important because we will have entire business logic within this views.py. Our views.py will be communicating or interacting with two Python files. It will be interacting with serializer and it will be interacting with models. I will be explaining Further, what are these Python files? So this was all about the structure of our app courses. Now, the last we studied on day one is MVC architecture. What it means? MVC basically stands for model, view, controller. Model means tables. What tables we will be creating? What will be the table name? What will be the attributes, attribute type, attribute size, and constants used? The entire data modeling will be inside the model. View means the business logic. How the tables will be implemented, what will be the operations performed on the tables, all this business logic within the views. And controller, the Django framework is our controller which will control everything. API, which will control everything on this project. So this is the MVC architecture.